In the labyrinth of global geopolitics, where the titans clash in a shadow dance of power, the recent maneuvers by the U.S. to levy draconian sanctions against China for its alleged bedfellowship with Russia in the Ukraine saga rip open a Pandora's box of ethical conundrums and strategic blunders. In this bold, perhaps reckless gambit by the West, spearheaded by a U.S. seemingly hell-bent on drawing lines in the sand, not only reeks of hypocrisy but also of a dangerous myopia that could spiral into an economic and diplomatic quagmire from which there is no easy escape, as Europe, in a display of loyalty that borders on subservience, echoes the call for sanctions. One must question, are we teetering on the edge of a new Cold War, crafted not by the necessity of defense but by the whims of those who view the world as their chessboard? This narrative is not just a critique. It is an indictment of a global order that chooses punishment over dialogue, coercion over diplomacy, risking not just economic stability but the very fabric of international cooperation. As we dissect the motivations, the implications, and the sheer audacity of these proposed sanctions, we invite you, the reader, to journey with us through this minefield of geopolitical strategy, moral ambiguity, and the quest for a dominance that could very well lead to mutual destruction. Stay with us till the end, for this is a conversation that promises not just revelations but perhaps a glimpse into the future of our interconnected world. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. In response to considerations by the U.S. Congress regarding sanctions against China due to its alleged support for Russia amidst the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, China has vocally criticized the U.S. stance. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning, during a press briefing, articulated China's position as neutral and proactive in seeking peaceful resolutions to the Ukraine crisis, denying any allegations of exploiting the situation for selfish ends. Despite Beijing's denial of supplying lethal arms to Moscow, suspicions arise from the discovery of dual-use components in Russian military equipment, which has led the Biden administration to impose sanctions on 16 Chinese entities, including state-owned enterprises. Mao Ning emphasized China's right to engage in normal cooperation with other nations, condemning the unilateral sanctions and the U.S.'s long-arm jurisdiction as lacking a basis in international law or the endorsement of the United Nations Security Council. She assured that China would steadfastly protect the legitimate rights and interests of its companies. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. Echoing Mao's sentiments, China's top diplomat Wang Yi, at a security summit in Munich, advocated for political solutions to global conflicts, underscoring Beijing's commitment to not exacerbate existing tensions. The possibility of secondary sanctions poses a significant threat, especially considering China's current economic challenges. Representative Gerald Connolly, a member of the House Committee on Foreign Relations, highlighted the potential impact of such sanctions on China, suggesting that the effectiveness seen in Russia could be replicated. Connolly expressed hope that the prospect of sanctions, along with those contemplated by the EU, would prompt a re-evaluation in Beijing. The U.S. State Department, through spokesperson Ned Price, had previously clarified the consequences China would face if it were found aiding Russia's military efforts or helping it circumvent sanctions. This stance aligns with the EU's contemplation of punitive measures against Chinese companies suspected of assisting Russia in evading Western sanctions, a move that signifies the international community's growing concern over China's involvement in the conflict. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video and comment. Amid these geopolitical tensions, the international community watches closely as the dynamics between the US, China, and the EU evolve. The strategic implications of the proposed sanctions extend beyond immediate economic effects, potentially reshaping alliances and influencing global power structures. The situation underscores the complexity of international relations in the 21st century, where economic interdependence and geopolitical rivalries intersect, posing challenges to maintaining global stability. As the US and EU deliberate on imposing sanctions, the global market is attentive to the repercussions such actions may have on international trade and economic relations. China's role as a major economic player means that sanctions could have far-reaching effects, not just on China but on the global economy at large. The interconnectedness of the world's economies makes the imposition of sanctions a double-edged sword, potentially harming the economies of the sanctioning countries as well. Furthermore, the issue brings to light the broader debate over the effectiveness and morality of sanctions as a tool of foreign policy. While intended to coerce nations into compliance with international norms without resorting to military conflict, sanctions often have significant humanitarian impacts, affecting the civilian population more than the political elites they aim to target. The dialogue around sanctions against China also highlights the growing concerns over the use of technology and economic resources in international conflicts. The allegations against China supplying dual-use components to Russia point to the challenges in regulating and monitoring the flow of technology that can be used for both civilian and military purposes. This situation raises questions about the global governance of technology exports and the need for a more robust international framework to prevent the proliferation of military-related technologies. As the international community contemplates the next steps, the importance of diplomacy and dialogue becomes ever more apparent. The potential sanctions against China for its alleged support of Russia's actions in Ukraine test the resilience of international diplomatic relations and the capacity of global institutions to manage conflicts. The emphasis on political solutions by China's top diplomat, Wang Yi, and the call for peace talks reflect the broader consensus that diplomatic efforts must be intensified to resolve the ongoing crisis in Ukraine and address the underlying tensions that threaten global peace and security. The situation encapsulates the intricate balance between asserting international norms and maintaining global economic stability. As countries navigate these turbulent waters, the decisions made will have lasting impacts on international relations, economic policies, and the overarching quest for a peaceful resolution to conflicts. The global community remains hopeful that through constructive dialogue and mutual understanding, a path forward can be found that respects the sovereignty of nations while upholding the principles of international law and human rights. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now and I will see you on the other side.